Okay, it's been a while, if ever, if I've shown you all my tanks. So we're going to do a run through of some real quick. And we'll start off right here with this cool water community failure of a plant tank. So I'm getting a lot of glare off the window over here and all that, and I apologize. But in here we have a handful of cherry barbs. Let's see if I can move over here. Move from one window to the other, huh? Handful of cherry barbs, male and female. I've got a pair of blue galaris. There's the female. The male is hiding back there. What else we got in here? We've got some peppered cories, some salt and pepper, or whatever their common name is. The palliatus. I'm thinking the lighting isn't sufficient in this tank for the plants. I've tried a couple different types and they're not doing so well. So I've got the mop in the back and the plastic one. And a couple straggler plants still hanging on. And somewhere in here, we probably won't get to see them, is a rubber lip Acostomus. I'm not sure where it went. But this tank is just running off of a couple sponge filters, overkill the sponge filters just because I had them. Some driftwood just tossed in and a rock. Not really aquascaped. I tried with the plants and they didn't take off, so I didn't pursue that. But we will get back to it. I do have pothos growing in it. And alright, this is the multi-tank, the Neolamprologus multifasciatus, or whatever. The shell dwellers. I think I've got just under 20 in there right now, adults, plus some fry. I got a hang on the front breeder box thing here. I'm trying to collect a few fry, just separate them out for Breeders Awards program. I've never tried to turn these guys in for Breeders Awards program, and they are difficult to catch the fry. Being the bulldozers that they are, the fish bury the shells, move them around, all kinds of different stuff. They stake out their territories and have their little breeding areas. This guy over here, that's his territory over there. Got one in the middle here, and these all hang out over here. Substrate in here is mostly pool filter sand with some limestone rock, just as some decorations, I guess. Running a sponge filter. This tank is heated. And these guys are pretty interesting just to set and watch. Alright, down here on the bottom, this is a quarantine tank. Nothing's in it right now. There may be a ram's horn or two in there, but nothing in there right now. I just moved some fish out of there into another tank. Up here, this is a bunch of cribs and a species only tank. Well, not species only, but in a tank dedicated to themselves for a while. But also in here I have a pair of albino bristlenose Plecos You see the male under there, the female's back behind the filter there. And this tank, it's real simple, just got the cave for the Plecos, and that big piece of driftwood there. Sponge filter and a heater. And I don't know, might do something else with it, I'm not sure. It is what it is right now. Alright, moving on. Alright, here we have a tank of Convict Cichlids. Only one of those heaters in the back work, and I was just too lazy to take the second one out. And running the sponge filter on it. It has a hang on the back on it, but that's not running right now. I run it occasionally, but not very often. Just when they tear up and make a huge mess. I am thinning them out some, but they're pretty neat to watch. All right, beside those, we've got some rainbow cichlids. And coming up to them, I startled them, so they went and hid. But there's the rainbow cichlids, and somewhere in there, I've got a handful of super red bristlenose. Well, let's say I used to. Haven't seen them in a couple days, but you know how Plecos go. They like to get under the rocks and behind stuff and hide. So we're going to say they're still in there. And there's the little rainbow cichlids. They're all still juveniles. This tank, we're running a underglow filter with a heater in the back. Just a simple setup. The two tanks, the convicts and the rainbow cichlids here, are sharing a lot, and it's probably too much light for them, evidenced by the algae growth. Alright, we'll move on. Alright, what a better thing to do but stir up your substrate and make your tank all nasty right before you make a video about it, right? Well, anyways, this is my 55 main display, if you want to call it. Trying some different plants in here, but I've got a variety of domestic swordtails, some angels. I've got some bristlenose Plecos in there somewhere. There's one hanging out on a filter. You can kind of make it out in all the mess. I've been successfully killing a lot of my lone survivor of a roseline shark, or denison barb, or whatever you want to call it. Got to get some more of those. But I've been successfully killing mystery snails. I thought it was some cichlids that I had in here before, but apparently I'm keeping my tank too warm for them to process the amount of calcium that I have in the water. So next batch of mystery snails I get, I'm changing up the tank that they go in and how I'm treating them. But I've got a variety of plants in here. I don't know what they all are. Some Anubias, some Ludwigias, some other stuff. I have no idea. My LFS gets plants in they don't know what they are, and they just sell them as plants. I pick up plants at auctions and swaps and club meets and all that, and don't always get them properly labeled and stuff. But I stick them in here, and sometimes they grow and sometimes they don't. I want to try to do better about caring for plants and remembering to feed them and have light for them and all that. But I have a variety of swordtails, angels, the Denison barb there, and a variety of Plecos, of the Bristle Plecos in here. Sorry, I did stir it all up and make a mess right before I decided to video it. I'm running 2 sponge filters over here in this corner. I've got 2 hang on the backs on it. Currently, only the Aqueon Quiet Flow is running. I was running it, testing it out for a while. It has a pre-filter sponge on it. I'd ran the Marineland on it for years and have just switched to the Aqueon to try it out for a little while. I got trimmings floating at the top. Maybe they'll take off as floating, but yeah, it's a mess. Alright, let's move on to another tank. Okay, this is a weird angle and a weird tank and all that kind of stuff, but the explanation to it. So it's a little 5-gallon that I have beside my bed, that I have a bunch of junk piled up in front of it up here, phone, little jewelry box type stuff, and all kinds of other stuff. So it's only really viewable from the side, which I'm okay with, because as I'm sitting in bed, I can look at the tank from the side. It's room temperature, got some ram's horn snails, Java moss, Java fern. I think there's a little sprig of swassertang in there. Got some different botanical stuff in there. The leash killifish in there. And I think I got 2 or 3 little neocaridina shrimp crawling around in there. Now and then I see them. But real simple little tank. Serves as a bedside light. Works good. Alright, moving on. Alright, they think they're getting food. Yay! Love the blue eyes on these guys. But this is the bunch of juvenile T-bar cichlids. They're a relative of the convict. You can see the color on that one there, yellow fins. They get the banding, looks like a T, bright blue eyes. I've put one little Anubias plant in there just to help maybe keep some of the algae down. It's running a heated tank with sponge filter. Give them some hides. Real simple. Alright, moving on. This little forgotten tank on the bottom, 10-gallon. They probably need to be moved up to a 20 before too long. But room temperature tank on the floor down here. Running a sponge filter. I've got apparently one live plant in there that I'd forgotten was in there. Looks like there's some Java moss. And this is the tequila split fins. Decent little colony of those started. I used to have some shrimp in here. I don't think that they're still in here. Haven't seen those in a long time. Alright, let's go on to another tank. Okay, we're at the fish closet now, and this may be difficult to see some of them, but we'll do our best. Over in this tank over here, I don't really have it set up for the best viewing. I've got it just trying to get them to do some breeding. And of course, no one's going to come out to be able to be seen. But that is the blue Moscow guppies. And so they're back behind this mat. Back in there. I've got some fry from them. Alright, in this tank, up at the top, are the Medaka rice fish. An upside down sponge filter, of course, because that's the trick. And I'm doing horrible today remembering scientific names, but in this tank also I have the common name is the alien split fin or alien goodid. I can't remember the scientific names at all right now, but these guys have had just a couple little fry, so that's a good sign. And we will move on over. This tank here, there we go. Get some side views, you can kind of tell what they are. These are the Trout Dudes, still real small juveniles, but they're doing good growing. Picked them up a few months ago, and going to grow them out and see what I can do with them. And beside those, I've got some Scyphia francesa. I think I've got 2 pairs in there, maybe 3. But got those in there. Got some guppy grass in the back. It's trying to hang on. Haven't had luck out of guppy grass apparently, or not much. But all the tanks through here are running sponge filters except for this one. This one's running an aqua clear, and the blue Moscows have a little aqueon hang on the back on it also, in addition to a sponge filter. Alright, let's go check out some more tanks. Well, how about that? Alright, so this tank here, dirty glass and all, has a mirrored back, so you can see me. Hi! This is my Xenotoka Lion's Eye tank. It is planted. The plants are doing okay. Got hornwort floating up top with the duckweed, and down along the rest of the tank there's valves and stuff. Mostly val, I think. But the Xenotoka Lion's Eye, they're breeding, having babies. I need to pull some of those out and move them along. Alright, this is a 37-gallon tank running a Marineland hang on the back. Room temperature tank. Just some driftwood and rocks and plants. Alright, down here I got a hang on the back or front or whatever breeder box with some fry in it. Getting ready for the meeting's Breeders Awards program. These fry are Mica splendens. And I got a lone male guppy in there just roaming around. And you can see back there Mica splendens fry. Here's the platies. I've got 4 platies that just came out of quarantine and then joined in here, and they're not as happy in this tank as they were the quarantine tank. But the Mica splendens are down here all hiding and stuff. Lights just came on and spooked them. And then I've got some lemon blue-eyed bristlenose in caves or in that log there, or under rocks, or hiding all in there somewhere. This tank's running a underground filter. It's not heated, and a lot of artificial plants. There's a couple live ones in there. This right here is a live plant. There's a couple over back up through here, but I'm not trying live plants in this one. Just when I get the fish room put together out there in the building, I'm gonna try to do better at it, but right now I'm just trying to keep a few things going until I can get out there. Alright, got one more tank to show you. Alright, so out here in the messy kitchen, the newest little addition here, this is my daughter's beta. His name is America because of the red, white, and blue coloring on him, and I was clearly told by her that it's America, not America. That there's no A at the beginning of his name. But there he is, newest edition, ready for a water change and some food. But that's my tanks, and a quick run through. You never know what's going to change around here, what fish are moving out, moving in, and stay tuned to see what happens. And we'll see you next time.